What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I'm just kind of, I don't know, man. It's like the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? Losing the first round to the New York Knicks. You know, the Cleveland Cavaliers give up a boatload of players, Larry Marketing being one of them, and a bunch of picks to the Utah Jazz to acquire Donovan Mitchell. Now, this is in no way to discredit the season that Donovan Mitchell had or the Cleveland Cavaliers. But for their season to end in that way, I just basically have a lot of questions to what led to their season ending like that. Now, granted, you have to give credit to the New York Knicks. They played great in that series. But my thing is what the Cavaliers weren't able to do. After the Cavaliers missed the playoffs a year ago, they actually win 50 games this year. I believe I had them somewhere around there after adding Donovan Mitchell. I kind of knew Donovan Mitchell was going to give them a bump, and make them better. Of course, Donovan Mitchell is one of the most prolific all-stars in the NBA. We know what he's capable of. He has 70-point performances under his belt in the league. But when I look at their season as a whole, I never said, well, this Cavaliers team is a first-round exit. Because that can happen to anyone. We've seen that time and again. Even, we could speak to teams that had future Hall of Famers that went out in the first round. So I'm not speaking on the fact that the Cavaliers, season ended, but it's the fact of the matter of how it ended. I'm not going to say their season was a failure. I don't like using that word failure, But the Cleveland Cavaliers, again, after missing the playoffs a year ago, they actually made the playoffs. Is this a building block towards what they want to do in the future? Now, granted, you still have Donovan Mitchell. Darius Garland is young. Evan Mobley is young. Jared Allen, you still have a core. Karis LeVert. I feel like, them a lot. Them buying out Kevin Love. Because he wasn't getting minutes. So yeah, but I feel like in certain moments, I feel like Love could have, extended their season, in my opinion. When you look at the East, it's not going to get easier. Let's just say that. The Eastern Conference is not going to get easier. We're still going to have the teams that's been there for the last few years. But the Cleveland Cavaliers window of opportunity is open. It's open. Let's not act like, oh, they lost one playoff series. Let's blow it all up. Let's move on, because you gave up a lot to get Donovan Mitchell. You gave up a whole lot. So right now you have to basically roll with the punches. Now, granted, did the Cavaliers have some bright spots this season? Of course. Of course, they had some bright spots this season. I believe Evan Mobley is one of the better young big men in today's NBA. I believe Darius Garland is one of the better young guards in the NBA. But again, you have to take what you have and magnify it once the playoffs come. Especially one being Donovan Mitchell. He did not have one of those coming of ages series that I've come accustomed to, that I should say NBA fans have come accustomed to over the course of his NBA career. We've seen what he was capable of with Utah in the bubble, things like that, and we know what he's capable of. I mean, the guy scored 70 points. It's not easy. That's not easy. But in this series with the Knicks, his three ball was hit and miss. You know, and I just feel like the Knicks had a better game plan for Donovan in this particular series. Now, granted, do I see a opportunity of them getting better next season? Of course. I believe each and every team could get better. You never know what trades or what free agency moves could be done in the offseason. It's going to be a lot of eyes on Cleveland going into the next year because, again, they have such a promising young core right now. I feel like a piece or two could help them, into what they want to accomplish. And I'm sure that is an NBA championship because I believe all NBA teams, now granted, some fewer than others, championships are what they on the brink of, accomplishing. They want to win rings. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult. And what I've seen from the Cleveland Cavaliers, just the overall this season, I believe they have a really, really strong-minded coach. I believe that their front office is, one that wants them to do great things because you don't go out there and acquire a Donovan Mitchell and not want to bring your fan base another ring. I believe that ultimately the Cavs, even though their season ended, I believe, a lot earlier than people would, I'm sure fans in Cleveland would have liked to see. But, it's not a failure. Yes, first round exit. You lost to a better team in the New York Knicks. I actually had the Cleveland Cavaliers winning that series. I'm not sure if in 6 or 7 games, but I definitely had the Cavs winning that series. Unfortunately, that did not happen. And maybe next year, it's a different scenario. They take this season, they build upon these wins, and go into next year and see where the chips fall for them next year. It's only going to be one NBA champion, so regardless of how someone's season ends, whether than the other, if you go to the conference finals, semifinals, you go to the NBA finals, only one team is going to be able to hoist the trophy at the end of the year. Unfortunately, for most, it just doesn't go the way they want it to, and hopefully for the Cavaliers, they retool, get better, and they come back stronger in a year. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Cleveland Cavaliers fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.